Hello again, people. It's that time, it's that place in the universe for another episode of Iris of Our Eye, number 27 with Jarod Stewart.
Yes.
Jarod Stewart.
Yeah.
Got it right. God bless.
Thank you.
I met Jarod, was it a year ago?
Yeah, it's about a year ago.
Somewhere around a year ago, doing hot air ballooning originally, and then we jammed at one beach, did some San Pedro.
Yeah. That was fun.
That was a good time. It was a good time. I actually have more of that stuff.
Oh, really?
In a resin, yeah.
Nice.
I was debating bringing it, but I was like, I did it on Friday, so I didn't. That's just like strong, dude. It's like actually like I know that we did like the powder, but like it was it's like a resin, resin. So it's like stronger and concentrated.
Oh wow.
So I only need to do it like once every couple weeks, realistically. But that's how we met. And Jarod makes. You make electronic music now?
Yeah.
Specifically?
Specifically, I make electronic music.
Yeah.
I have a few different projects, but this electronic project is self-titled Jarod Stewart. You can find me on YouTube and Spotify as well. I collab with a lot of different other artists from different varieties of and styles of music.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
So yeah, it's been a fun journey.
All right, right on. What is there any other type of art that you make besides music?
Yeah, I make wood art. So I do wood, like mandala art, different types of. I used to be a luthier, so I got really into making drum flutes at one point, and still haven't had the time to do that,
Right.
but it's coming.
Right.
So
in the next however many moons.
yeah, soon. I feel it coming. Once I'm getting a nice little piece of land,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do a lot of cool stuff on there, and
Right.
so I'm gonna make it very artful and fun.
As
so,
you should.
Yeah,
You gonna garden at all?
lots of gardening, lots of like good health, holistic medicine
Right.
kind of stuff.
Sure.
I want to have my own teas and all that fun stuff. So,
All the good shit.
all the good shit.
That's gonna make living even more pleasurable and enjoyable.
Absolutely.
We pray.
Yeah. Yes, we do.
Right. Okay. So, I guess we'll start right at the beginning. I always wondered, like, doing this for as long as I've done it already, but like, people are tired of me doing the same questions over and over again. But like, it's just like this is the premise of the podcast. I'm tempted to after the first year change it, but the leading question is, what is art to you? Or what is art?
What is art? Honestly, pain, suffer, expression of how you're really feeling,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and sometimes art you make can just make you feel better, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know, just, I would say emotions and life experiences, bad and good. You know, all that combined, like, really makes the artist create their own sound, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's like the transmutation of your pain and suffering into
absolutely
beauty.
Yeah, beauty, stuff I find through the stuff I go through, you know, and yeah, each song's different. Each song's a different day, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to do this thing where I make a song a day.
Mm-hmm.
And I was doing good, and it was every song was different. So I kind of liked that part of it,
Mm-hmm.
and it made me just wanted to keep playing. So,
Right.
and then collabing with people is another thing. It's a whole nother level because you're like communicating with, you know what I mean? Like you want to make something cool with somebody. So,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not really that easy.
No, you gotta actually like gel with the
Yeah.
other person pretty well.
Exactly. And so, and you know, I've been blessed to meet some really cool people, such as yourself too. You know, and just we make some really cool stuff. So, you know, I hope that you guys come out and check out the websites and give it a listen.
Yeah. I'm sure when you said the YouTube thing that it came right up on the screen for people. I edited it in post or whatever, but it's at the end. You know, I should do the thing where it's like, where can people find you?
Mm-hmm.
And then all those appear on screen and link to everything. But yeah, no, definitely collaborating with people is for me not a simple thing. Like when especially when I first moved to like Sebastopol, Grayton, Santa Rosa area, it was like viscerally like hunting for people to try to like make music with, dude. And I literally, for the life of me, could not find a single motherfucker on Craigslist to like actually like make. Yeah, dude. Like one dude played one time with a dude like guitars, and neither of us were really like, it was just clearly not like we were on the same wavelength. And then like tried to record some music with this other guy of like songs that he had written, but the other dude who's in the project, who I don't even think I ever even met, was just like, nah, his voice isn't like what we're looking for. So it was just like lots of rejection, which is just like, hey, take it as it's moving you closer to the yeses of what you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to be doing with
just
who you're supposed to be doing it with.
Right.
At least that's how I take it.
Right.
Rejection can be fucking devastating to people who
Absolutely.
are hardened and like can handle the negative emotion that comes with it.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Music. What out of all of the songs that, or how many did you get done, I guess, out of like the when you're doing it every day?
Every day I complete a whole song. I wouldn't go to bed until like 5 in the morning. Like, and I had to work like at 7:30. But I was so into it, and I wasn't even high, like, or anything too, because I just quit drinking. I'm 6 years sober from that.
Congratulations.
And thank you. And
so this was 6 years ago that you're doing it, or
yeah,
I thought you meant like now.
Well, this is where I started the day thing every day.
Okay.
Thing. And so I've been doing it ever since, and I recently took a break, but then I'm back at it again. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I guess, do you have any type of long-term overarching end goal? It's Aristotelianly or philosophically, it's like a telos or like to say telos. Do you have anything that's like that? Like you're like looking to make a living doing it, tour, anything, or like?
Yeah, I want to play festivals and local like parties, like big events. I'm done with that.
So and to DJ?
To DJ, and also I have the Spotify too, where I do sell music to like commercials and stuff like that.
Okay, commercial stuff.
Yeah, but I kind of want to get more into just with everything of it, really, of the marketing side.
The business.
Just to keep it going, you know what I mean? Because it's really hard I do this for fun, and I barely get anything for it, but I love it. So, and I'd be doing it anyway, so.
Right, exactly. You might as well try to make something happen out of it monetarily, I suppose. Yeah, I'm hoping that books and writing will kind of be more the thing, because music is like, yeah, definitely just like for fun for me, but also if it's something I can weave into all the other crazy shit that I do, because I'd like to do speaking and writing as like and then podcasting, which is speaking essentially, just having that be the thing that kind of like sustains me economically in a business model where I'm like have a farm system might not be the right way to say it, but like a thing in place where like people who once this thing like blows up and there's like enough attention on it that people are like, oh hey, like I would want to be on that, like fill out a form and like I can go through and be like, oh yeah, here's some, actually like check out all these cool artists and be like, oh shit, like this human being, like I would definitely want to talk to them, and get to a point where I'm like fucking Joe Rogan. Trying not to take myself too seriously because I'm a clown though. Cause it's like, I don't know. It would just be crazy to me to get on that level though. But like, everyone keeps like saying like don't give up. So I'm like, all right, just take it as it comes. I guess
you gotta keep going, man.
That's
it. Just keep doing it.
Because if I give up, then I'm definitely not gonna make it.
Because you never know, and and you always end up making better stuff. You know what I mean? And you get better at what you do.
Yeah.
So we'll get there for sure.
Good pray.
Yes.
Good pray. What is so far as, because we talked about where you want to be in the future, so like where like your roots, or like as so far as like influences go, like what influenced you to get into music or start?
Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't ask easy questions, dude. Sorry.
I grew up with music. My dad was a Frank Sinatra impersonator.
Oh shit, dude, that's fun.
And so like, I grew up with music all the time, you know, and I got into like Led Zeppelin and old blues when I was young. And then when I moved out, like right after high school, I moved out to the Bay Area, and I met some really cool people, like traveling from all over, from like Delaware and stuff. And I got really influenced from the blues, by just old rock and roll. And then, when I started getting into electronic, I was out here in San Francisco. I started going out into these underground warehouse parties, and just, I was like, this is great, you know? And you just be whoever the fuck you want, and just create shit.
Right.
And that's what I really enjoyed. And I still do, and so that's what keeps me going.
Cool. Definitely, dude. Absolutely. I'm an old person trapped in a young person's body. I like to sleep too much.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Like I was supposed to work with my producer / beat maker on Friday night, but I had it in my brain that it was gonna be either like after work or somewhere like 4, 5, or 6 in the afternoon until like 9, 10 o'clock at night. And then I was like waiting like the whole time, and then he hits me up at like 9:50 and it's like, hey dude, like I'll be home in an hour if you want to come through. I'm like, I didn't even say anything. I was like, no dude, like I'm going to fuck to bed, man. Like, I can't be doing that shit, dude. You're wild. Like, the only thing that I suffer verbal like sacrifice sleep for at this point in my life is ayahuasca, and that's just because it's like is essentially my religion in a way, even though I don't do it every day. But I don't know. It's just I really love to sleep. I'm just super greedy with that shit. It's like I need to be able to wake up and have tomorrow, also energy for tomorrow too.
Right.
Like how you said, 2 or an hour and a half of sleep from 5 to 7:30. I'm like, dog, you're wild. Like that's not my lifestyle at all.
No, it's hard. It's hardcore. It can be. It can definitely wear on you, you know. And it's I like to get my rest. I've been trying to manage my time like good to where I get everything in. But sometimes you can't. Sometimes you have to go to that show or something like at midnight.
Well,
and then wake up at like 7:30 in the morning.
If you're
you know. But you know, it is what it is.
I'm just praying that the type of music that I make doesn't have to put me in that situation. Or like if I could just, even though like I'm finishing the hip hop album right now, where I could just be like, I'm never gonna play a show that late at night. But plant ceremonies are fucking the entire night, so I don't know what the fuck I'm really talking about.
That's hours.
Oh yeah,
hours
dude. Yeah. It's definitely. It's like, well, at least the people that I work with, it's like they start at like 5 or 6 in the afternoon when the sun's like kind of going down. Also depends on the season, because it's like in a yurt. But if it's like winter time, then it's just basically already nighttime at that late. But if it's like summer, then it doesn't get dark until like somewhere between 7 and 9 o'clock. But the people who are like doing it deep in the jungle, it's like they don't start till like midnight when it's all the way dark.
Whoa. And
go until the sun comes up.
Okay.
So there's different styles, and I'm not convinced exactly what's quote unquote the best or the optimal thing, but if that's what I gotta suffer through, play music and just like sleep during the day, so be it. Because I'm hoping to be able to get to a point where I'm like fingerstyle guitaring or strumming along with people and having a like band, but also like making sure there's enough silence for people to like process and not have it. Because I've been at Sorry, I feel like I'm fucking rambling.
No, keep going.
I've been at ceremonies where it has felt like the people who were playing the music were just doing it to like kind of like feed their own ego, but like it was weird because sometimes it was like that, but then other times it was like what they were playing was like perfect and like lining up. But yeah, and then I've been at ceremonies where it's like people are just playing, there's no music and just the shamans are singing. And then also at ceremonies where it's like people are like playing instruments, but they're playing it along with other people, like backing tracks essentially of like other musicians playing songs, and they're just like drumming or playing a rattle. So there's just a wide variety of things going on in that world, and still not really sure what's the best or the most efficient. And because it's something that for me as an artist or like an engineer, I'm not really an engineer, but just someone who likes design. And how to like build things in a way that like is effective and gets people like what they're paying for.
Right.
I really want that.
Quality.
Yeah. When I'm the guy serving the medicine, and be like, this is the way we do it because it fucking works. And even if it's weird, it works.
Yeah, it does. It's an ancient thing.
Since before we even had time.
Yeah. But there's a lot that goes into it too. So. You know, I think it's really cool that you are educated like that, to know some of that stuff, you know, what not to do too, and some of those things.
Yeah.
You know, it's important.
Yeah, no,
You know,
I believe so.
People need you for guidance like that, you know.
For me, it just feels like it's so much responsibility, like not so much a
is.
burden, but it's
It's
like
a responsibility,
yeah,
for sure.
yeah. It's being really,
because you never know how the other person's gonna react to that world, you know.
yeah.
It could totally freak them out.
Well, you gotta screen them like really good. You can't just be like letting anybody off the street, like Dick, Tom, or Harry, who just like
Right.
doesn't. You gotta hopefully see that they're already have some type of inner work,
Yeah.
a little bit, and have some awareness.
Some kind of grounding.
Right, like you're not gonna take an alcoholic who's fucking drinking the day before showing up. Like there's like a whole like pre-ceremonial like energy you need to get into the dieta and like not being on your phone. But I do love talking about this shit, but I'm just like, it's supposed to be interviewing this person.
It's okay. Music and ayahuasca are like so hand in hand. It's like music opens and closes things, like doors, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's another thing I love about music.
It puts you in different states of mind.
It does.
But
Ayahuasca, but you know, when you're singing to something, you know, it's like, it's beautiful. You're opening that thing.
Mm-hmm. No, I love singing. That's actually why I play the guitar.
Yeah.
A singer who plays the guitar, not a guitar player who sings, which is unfortunate. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Like, I want to get better at playing the guitar, but I'm just like, ugh, just fucking, like, strumming the chords, like, works. Like, why am I gonna make a change? But developing different rhythm patterns and shit's important.
Yeah, of course.
I guess adjacently to this whole tangent we're on now is like, does religion or spirituality play a role in any of the stuff that you make at all?
More of the spirituality. I'm a spiritual person, you know. Not much religious, but religion is spirit, right?
It's like a
breath, or they say it's breath.
Right, spirit.
So
yeah. That's
what religion means.
Latin root of breath, I think, is the spiritus or something, and it means the synonymous thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But
so I'm spiritual. I definitely on a journey, on some type of journey.
The hero's journey.
Yeah, something.
Yeah. Well, because so like religion is like this thing where it's like it's the programming, the cultural programming, like Israel is Judaism, and then all the Middle Eastern countries, UAE or fucking. I feel like I should be able to name more than one. Jordan or Egypt are like the Muslim countries, and then like all the Christian countries in Europe and America. But for me specifically, like, and I don't think everybody looks at it this way. It's like to be religious is like you just do it every day. It's somewhere ingrained like into your life. So like when you were like making music every day, like music it was essentially religion in that phase of your life. You're like, every day I'm doing this thing, but it's not. You're not doing it like going to church and worshiping and singing in that way.
No, I go to it. No, I don't do it every day. Well, certain things I have my ways of things I do every day. Of a worship, I guess. But it's like, I would say it's more Tao, like.
Is it Tao?
Tao, like Taoism.
You're what is it? It's like spiritual philosophy. There's a word for it.
But there's like no religion. Like,
I can't remember.
There's like no. Anyway, yeah. So it's like that. I'm not really religious.
So like Taoism is like virtue, living a virtuous life.
I'm spiritual. My spirit world means everything to me, actually. I will say that because like I grew up native, and it's a big part of like my culture. My grandfather taught me stuff like that, you know, spirit, and I'm more spiritual side with that.
Yeah.
And there's prayers, but we do more prayers in song than religious.
Right. It's just like singing is like one of those foundational like pieces where I feel like it helps you like discover your voice.
I feel like people can connect to what they connect to, like through song, right? Of understanding and relating. But you know,
especially to do it in a group setting. It's
Yeah.
really powerful when you're all harmonizing together.
It is. Oh, it's amazing. And it's so amazing that, like, even with Chinese, like, universal language,
Mm-hmm.
you know, how powerful it really is. Like, just like you take one part of, like, an indigenous song, Heya,
Mm-hmm.
you know how many songs that Heya is in, like, and what it means, like, in different songs, you know what I mean?
Like the word hey ya,
Yeah.
or like
Yeah. Like,
well, 'cause immediately
like-
I'm thinking like the fucking
like,
hey ya, the fucking whatever Outcast
hey,
song.
yeah.
But you're definitely doing it.
Like, hey, yeah, hey,
Right,
like,
exactly. But like it's the
that.
same sound.
Right, but each song is different, right?
Right.
So, but it's like the universal language. It's powerful. I don't know. Power of song.
It transcends culture because sound is primordial. It's predating the tying together any notion of like these group of people think this way about what these groups of letters and sounds mean. It's before all that. So it's like people would just like you just look at people in the face and like make a sound of how you feel. I don't know. I wasn't alive then, but I just imagine like pre-language. That's kind of like what the fuck was going on. Somebody like shouts. You're like, oh shit, something bad's happening.
Right. You just know.
Yeah.
By instinct.
Yeah. Because I mean, also like body language is like a shit ton of what communication actually is. You just like look at somebody's face, or the fucking like they were like hunched over. Like that guy's probably like scared of something going, or he needs to like protect himself. He's like upright and fucking like strong. Like that guy might fuck me up in a fight, but I don't know.
Right. Body language, yeah. Body language is important to notice.
I guess this is sort of related to body language in art as an expression of art. But is dancing at all related? Because I mean, you play music,
Absolutely.
sing along, dance.
Song, dance. It's all like ritualistic.
Do you dance?
It's all ritualistic stuff. Yeah. And it goes.
If you take it that way.
And I think I look at music that way actually,
Mm-hmm.
as a sacred,
Ritual.
openings and close. It opens beautiful things, you know, and it expresses stuff. Like you can summon something with music. You know?
Yeah, no, definitely.
It's beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
But do I dance? I'm trying to get better at it. I'm
Fair
not
enough.
the greatest dancer, but I love the dance. I love being around the energy, and I do. I have my sway.
Yeah. My sway. That's fucking beautiful, dude. I love it, how you described that. I got just such a moody little fucker, dude. For me personally, like if I'm not in the mood to do it, I'm just like, nah, I'm good. I like that other people love to do it, and that like it makes other people brings like them joy in their life. But I'm just like, if I'm not feeling like it, I'm like, I'm fucking good, dude. I'll just be a little fucking sourpuss. I'm just like, man.
Yeah.
But that's just me, because I'm just that kind of person. But when the song lands and I catch that vibe, when I'm just like a fucking little kid just fucking dancing around in the fucking kitchen, I'm like fucking full send on it, like all the way in. No, all 10 toes down, doing it right. But that doesn't happen so very often. Unfortunately, that's just who I am as a person. Art. Well, I mean, this isn't related to anything we were just talking about, but on the thread of making electronic stuff, what are your thoughts or feelings or opinions on artificial intelligence as a
That's a good
cultural phenomena?
I find that kind of interesting. I think it's already, it's been a conspiracy for a long time that was already gonna happen.
Well, you said the C word, so like, in what way do you mean conspiracy?
I think I don't know. I think it's just about technology's gonna try to take over, obviously, like that.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about I miss like the human interaction with like a lover instead of like a robot or something. You know what I mean?
We're not.
You don't think it's gonna get to that point?
No, it's fucking funny you say that, because that same dude who was talking about the Safeway story.
Yeah, because they're making AI girlfriends.
Yeah, dude.
That are alone, and I think that it's thoughtful and stuff, but it really takes away. I don't know, like people have different feelings about it.
It's
I'm not gonna judge them.
It's lame, but they're definitely kinder than women in America, because controversial fucking like opinion or view on the world, but this like modern, everything is just money and capital, and like everyone's just out to like try to squeeze you for everything you're worth. Like people who look at the world that way and their only value is money are just never going to be happy long term. Right. And there's just such a like, you just fucking like uprooted the whole culture from like the way it's always been of like both men and poor women were fucking struggling together. Mm-hmm. And like that's what held them together, was like everybody was together on a fucking farm in a village that was like isolated from the rest of the world. And like maybe fucking somebody like Attila Hunt comes through and wrecks everybody, but that happens like very infrequently. So like you're just there living your life until you die, and like those 200 some people that are in your tiny ass village you spend your entire life with, and that's it. Like maybe you travel to the nearest local city like once to like sell some shit, but besides that, like you're there and that's it. And like our phones and all this information and technology connect us all together, but they like open all of these like Pandora boxes and rubbed all these genie lamps that you can't put the shit back in there, and it's kind of just like ruining the human experience. I feel in a way like the way that I have surmised is like comfort is killing us, or convenience is killing us. That like you can, from the tap of a few buttons on your phone, buy something on the other side of the planet. It floats across the fucking ocean on a boat and gets over here. But like the disconnect from the fact that like there's fucking slaves in China that are making all this shit dirt cheap so we can buy it at the price that we're paying.
They probably hate us.
Oh well, I mean they probably hate their fucking society too. Of just like
I hate everything.
Yeah, dude, if I was a fucking slave working 16 hours in a fucking whatever the fuck chip factory for Apple.
I really feel for those kids, man. I feel bad. Wish I could help them. You know.
I mean, if you do what you're doing, and like, I mean, it's possible because like, the laptops and the fucking phones, like all this shit's made with all this shit. They got fucking kids in fucking Africa digging in fucking mines so that we can fucking have this technology. It's like, it's so fucked up, man. It's just so crazy and like convoluted, and people are so like enamored with like what the fuck's on the TV, or just what the fuck they're enraged about on the internet, that those things that are telling them what to pay attention to, that there's no self-awareness of like, hey, like if we just all collectively decided to stop buying shit from like the biggest companies in the world, they would all go bankrupt overnight. Like sure, they might like make it for a little while in like other countries, but like if the American market was just like, yeah, we're not buying shit from Walmart anymore, we're not buying shit from McDonald's anymore, like those companies would literally overnight fucking cease to exist. Or maybe they could like fucking death spiral for a little bit, but it's like no one's there. We're all atomized as individuals, so there's no like cohesive cultural paradigm that like gels us together, like, for the lack of a better term, religion used to do. Of like,
right, that's true.
I just hope that shit that I make inspires people to like
do something.
Just like make agreements that make sense within the cultural renaissance that I'm like trying to start. I was like, hey, like from the perspective of we're all one infinite consciousness experiencing each other subjectively, these are the objective foundational truths that like hold a society together. And if you don't agree to them, you can come for a little while and stay in a place that's like where our rules are set up, and like experience it. But long term, if you'd want to live in the culture, you need to assimilate and be part of the culture. You can't just come and expect that your culture that doesn't work or doesn't like gel or mesh with the thing that we're doing.
Right.
Like if you want to live here like long term and be a part of this, you got to get on the program or get the fuck out. Because it's like, it doesn't. I don't know how the fuck else to do it other than that. Like, people need to be having babies and fucking healthy and happy, and like America is not that. Japan is not that. All these places where they're having declining birth rates, it's like you could import people to try to like pump those numbers back up, but it's like then when you import those people whose their cultures aren't coherent with each other, then like whatever becomes the dominant culture is going to take over.
True.
And it's like we're witnessing the collapse of Western civilization, for lack of a better term, unfortunately. So like I'm piecing the fuck out to Mexico, and like I'm gonna come and go until like the American Empire really does fucking fall apart. But I don't know, man. I hope I can make enough money to build something else somewhere else, or like something where it's like
You can do it in Mexico.
I don't know where it's gonna be, but it's just something where like when people come there, they're like, we are the living proof of like how it should be done, quote unquote. And everything after that's like, I don't know. People are just gonna be like, it's a cult. Fuck you. Like, you guys are evil. And I'm like, dude, I don't know, dude. Everybody's happy and healthy and well, and no one suffer. The way that we choose to suffer is how we fucking like sharpen our skills to be resilient as people. So if you totally avoid it and are just gonna kill yourself with convenience, you're just gonna end up like a couch potato and die from a heart attack at like 40. So obese, and the way the Americans are the fattest country, one of the fattest countries in the world. It's like you're squishy. So like I can't take you seriously because like you're not gonna make it long term, dog. Like you're there, dude. A lot of people are squishy, man. Like
I can't, man. I've been super skinny. I'm too skinny.
I did same.
Yeah, I've always been skinny though, ever since I was a kid.
Yeah, me too. I worry about it sometimes. Where I'm like, yeah, man. If I got to a point where like I couldn't see my toes, I'd be like, oh my god, how did this happen? No. But like, I exercise and eat to the best of my ability. I've been drinking too much coffee though recently. But
yeah. I mean, I'm never mean to those people. I mean, people have their own.
You can't be, man. It's like
everyone has their own shit.
There's some reason that they're choosing to. Habit.
It can go deep too, you know.
Yeah.
So
try to be kind, but because this is part of the thing of like being like a coach or like somebody who's trying to be somebody that's like the living example to help other people like live their lives in the wavelength of well-being and longevity. Like I saw this stupid ass meme. I may or may not put it on the screen of like this guy like it was like a joke thing, but he like is wearing like what you would be like a stereotypical like murder movie or horror movie like get up. He came in like with a chainsaw to freaking this like fat lady out to get her out of bed to like run, and then like she like ran down the street or whatever, and he was like there when she got there, and he's like, oh yeah, you're fucking like 2 minutes faster than you were yesterday. So it's like, yeah, I'm a like horror coach or whatever the fuck he like said it was. It was like a joke, but it's just like some people just need some crazy ass like motherfucker to just like David Goggins them to like fucking beat them back into like some type of shape.
True.
A lot of people don't have that discipline.
True. Interesting.
I don't know, man. I don't know. For me, on some level, I feel like marketing is just brainwashing or propaganda. It's like the Edward Bernays, the dude who like coined propaganda, or the modern like public relations like marketing terminology, all that shit. He's just like gets people's emotions tied into ideas, and then like it's their identity gets wrapped around it, especially if you use something that's like addictive. Like fucking food companies don't even make food, they make shit that's like you just want more of it but it never satiates you. And like that's the egoic trick of just like you never feel enough, you're never full, you're never satisfied, and so you're always left wanting more. And it just is I don't know if it's been the eternal human problem, but it feels like it's the eternal human problem of like scarcity, terror, and like manipulation of people's psyches so that they like stay trapped in whatever current paradigm that they're stuck in.
Just to keep them there?
Well, now we're on the C word again of like people in power. Like, what do they really want, and like how much control do they really have? Because in my opinion, it's like they got dials of like they can try to like turn the fucking heat up or down for the frogs stuck in the pot of water.
Right.
But there's enough frogs at this point that are like paying attention that are like, dude, we're definitely in a fucking pot of water. Like, this shit is fucked. That dude over there is definitely fucking with the dials. Like, but there's so many other frogs and tadpoles out there that are just like still just completely oblivious, swimming around, like just fucking like, no, we're not. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You tinfoil hat motherfucker. Like, you're like, all right, like whatever, dude. Like, it's the thing of like Neo in the Matrix. There's that dude who like gets unplugged and he's just like sabotages their shit because he just wants to go back into the thing.
Right.
There's people who just want to be asleep, so it's like you just trying to be. If you're a light, the people who are asleep are gonna be pissed off that you're like trying to wake them up. But the people that are waking up or like want or are already awake are gonna see you and be like, yo, like thank you for being authentically yourself because we need this shit. Because it's never like I think recently I just saw a thing of like I think it was Jordan Peterson said like or Elon Musk, one of the two, that courage is like the most scarce virtue that's like required to like speak truth to power and like go against the grain of like the cultural narrative. Because as artists, now that we're like hopefully come full circle to what the fuck we're supposed to be talking about, like that's kind of the mantle or like the mantra or the job of the artist is to like be able to decode the cultural narrative and like translate it in a way that other people can hopefully like get it is if they're not artists.
Okay.
And then also just mixing in some of your own individuality or like
Right.
originality into it because you're just everyone's trying to be original.
True.
Yeah.
Well, everyone is original. If you think about it. Yeah. Unless you're trying to really copy somebody.
Imitation is the highest form of flattery, but
You think so?
well, I mean, dude, if somebody so there's like there's levels to it, you know.
There's line, right? There's like boundaries of it.
Right. If they were just literally trying to steal my identity,
Yeah.
I'd be like, yo, like chill the fuck out, bro. Like I'm me, you're you. Keep your fucking hands off my money, my life, my wife.
Right.
But like,
Right.
if there was some kid, and when I'm in my 50s, who's like the way that Joe Rogan inspired me to fucking be a comedian or do jujitsu or fucking like make it economically and success and like be happy and healthy and well and longevity, like I'd be like, good on you, kid. I'm glad that like my ridiculous ass life could fucking hopefully make your life a little bit more fucking awesome and cool. And like I would just again the mantle of like being the authority and figure and responsibility to these people of like trying to help them, but also not like being the fucking tyrannical king. It's like nobody likes a tyrannical king. Like we got one right now with the government. The government's hella tyrannical and like
Oh my god.
so disgusting. It's so blatantly like crazy fucking like movie level bullshit.
It is. It's insane.
It's fucking Joe Biden the entire time for months. It's like, no, I'm not gonna fucking step down, and then like within like a month like
He
disappears.
doesn't want to get shot.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Like a Trump gets shot, he disappears, and he's like, yeah, Kamala Harris can fucking be president. I'm out. Like,
Right.
like that guy.
He might have been smart on that.
Right, dude. I mean, who's ever like telling him that this is what's happening
Right.
now? Because like that guy's, the lights are on, but nobody's home. Like, oh, ridiculous, man. Wow, what a thrilling conversation that
Yeah.
divulged into.
Definitely. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you for having me on your show.
We could go for another 10 minutes,
Sure.
at least. I mean, I don't know how long you want your thing to be, because
How many songs would you like me to play?
I don't know, like as many as people will tolerate. I have no fucking clue. Like, I mean, don't do the stereotypical musician thing where you play like way past the point of anyone's even giving you attention anymore. Because that's like my biggest fucking like gripe with other musicians is the fact that they'll just be so into it that they don't even pay attention or read the room anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But that's neither here nor there.
I'll do a couple songs.
Yeah.
I'll do some new songs that I'll be putting out on some YouTube and
Sure.
and Spotify.
Cool. So we'll do that. hopefully you enjoyed Jarod's new music.
Wait, can we try that again? I'm gonna find my exact site or link. Okay.
No, well, because I'm gonna. Yeah, if you want to be able to like say what your actual website's called, yeah, I would do that.
Okay.
Pull that shit up, Jamie. I'm Jamie.
You're Jamie.
I'm Jamie and Joe. Oh.
Jamie J. Oh, you're the whole harbor.
I'm all the J's. The whole harbor, dude. I mean, while you do that, I'm gonna talk about this random thing that's over here in the background. Our background for today, since we're at China Camp. If you couldn't tell, this is in Marin County on the bay in California. That's still where I'm at geographically. I don't think you can't read the whole thing, but it says the story right there. The story is: first was the bay, rich with life, teeming with shrimp. Then came people who wanted the tasty shrimp, and others who could make a living fishing for them. The resource, the market, and the workers created the Chinese shrimp fishing industry. Today, only a shadow China Camp remains. This is its story. It doesn't actually say what the story is. That's just the thing. I was really hoping these two things at the top would have rhymed, but they don't. It's like, oh, what is abroad in the marsh and the terminal sea, a pantry on the ocean shore, a factory for human food. I'm like, couldn't they make these two things rhyme? That's just how my brain works. You got a capo?
I don't have a capo.
Alright, never mind then. I'll just finish the song first before I go about sharing it on the interwebs. Sure. You got shit? You got your website? You know what the fuck you're gonna say or no?
Yeah, I know what I'm gonna say.
Okay. So, I hope you people, who's ever paying attention, enjoyed Jarod's demonstration of his sick DJ / musical artistry skills, musicianing. I don't even know. Are DJs musicians, you think?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean,
I make everything from scratch too. So
that's different because, like, in my mind, DJs are like they're doing the thing, the old classic old school thing.
I mix them,
remix shit.
Yeah. Well, some things are remixed.
Everything's a remix, so it's like I shouldn't even fucking be bitching, honestly. But I don't know, dude. I guess the whole like it is definitely super creative. I should just fucking shut the fuck up and acknowledge that DJs are musicians. And it feels weird to have to admit to that.
I think you should.
Yeah, I probably just should and stop complaining. What the fuck was I saying? Where did I go?
So,
where in the world can people find, if they liked it, where can they find more of it, Jarod?
You can look me up on YouTube at JAROD STEWART.
Dude, just give him the name of the channel, bro.
211. And that's it.
This motherfucker. It's like
at Jarod Stewart 211.
It's on screen. That's whatever.
Go ahead and go there, or Spotify. You can look up my name, Jarod Stewart, and
also on screen.
I'll be putting up new music pretty soon. So come check it out.
Okay. So I'm gonna have to edit this, chop it back all up. Now I'm gonna be looking back at this. But the question I actually like to end on is like super. I don't know. I feel like it's super critical in a way, but if we were both to die as soon as I hit the stop recording button, what piece of like wisdom or like message would you want to leave as like a legacy, or like to tell all the other 7 or 8 billion people on the planet, like, hey people, like, this is important, take this with you on your own hero's journey?
Let's see.
No pressure.
What should I say? Just love each other, man. Like, there's so much hate in this fucking world that I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of stuff, and I think
what's the algorithm
get back
feeding
to
you?
The compassion of our beings again, and I know we go through waves of that through life, because you learn and you grow, and then you're cool from it. But then something else happens, and then, it's like another thing. And, just love. Just be a loving being. People need it.
Oh.
So, that's it.
All right. Love is the answer. Love is the way.
And it's the highest frequency that can destroy any negativity.
Yeah, I've been recently digesting that people at the top that are the ones turning the dials. They're fighting us. We're not fighting them. They're like, oh, we gotta keep these people afraid, but we're just like, yo, like it's all love, dude. Chill the fuck out. Like, you guys need to stop trying to fucking turn those dials, man. But the DJs need to still turn the dials, man. I will say that whatever you do, enjoy it. I've probably already said this before, but it's like life is too short. The Jim Carrey quote: "You can fail at what you hate." So like, you might as well try to succeed at what you love. And yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much it. We'll just end on a thing. Fuck, I do this every time, and now I'm just drawing a complete and total blank. This is so weird. That's crazy. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Keep the algorithm satisfied. Namaste. Have a great day. Slop Shoon if it's nighttime tune. Slop Shoon if it's nighttime soon. I'm just drawing an absolute blank right now. So just like, thanks for paying attention. Enjoy Jarod's music, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Thank you.
Bye.